Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Pardon me for a sec. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, the tell-all. It's finally here at the tell-all. Before we get right into the video, I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody. I hope everybody had a great, wonderful holidays and stuff. Hope 2023 is better for you than 2022. I hope if you had a good 22 that you continue to have great success in 2023. So Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a great holidays. This is my first video of the new year, and we're just going to kick off where we left off. So today we're going to talk the tell-all. Now remember, there's going to be 4 parts to the tell-all. We just seen the first part. There's still 3 more parts of it. And they're doing something different this year. They're showing like the cast members meeting up like at the hotels and restaurants and hanging out and partying and stuff, where they're filming 2 days. Normally they film tell-alls in one long day. They're filming the tell-all in 2 days, so that's why we get 4 parts and stuff. So this first part, it was all over the place. We're gonna start with Angela and Michael. So Angela is, before she left Georgia, her and her daughter Skyla were talking about Michael, talk about his shadiness, him talking to another girl and stuff and everything. And we all know from tell-alls, Angela is known for her outbursts and her overreactions and her storming off and everything. She was telling Skyla and her granddaughters and her grandkids that she needs to see Michael, and she's going to get to the bottom of his shadiness, and she's bringing a secret weapon to the tell-all, which was her friend Jen. Now, Angela has so many friends. Like, I wonder what happened to Renee that went to Nigeria with her. We have never seen her again after the car incident. So, yeah. Angela was also telling Skyla, she's still got beef with Usman, because Michael had met up with Usman and they took a picture together, and I guess Angela said 2 birds of a feather flock together, because when Usman and Angela were in 90 Day Bearzall back in 2021, Angela called him a scammer and they got into a big argument on Bearzall. So that's when we realized that Angela couldn't stand Usman. So there's still beef between that. So I'll come back to that in a little bit. Next I want to talk is, let's see, Jenny and Kimberly. Jenny and Kimberly, they're both from San Diego. They met up. Apparently, Kimberly was the only cast member to reach out to Jenny from the season. And they realized they're both from San Diego. They met up and talked, and they just said, they're a little worried about the tell-all and dealing with Angela. Jenny's like in her 60s. Kimberly said, like, from that post of Usman and Michael, that Angela blocked Kimberly and stuff and everything. And she was just like, well, we're in our 50s, so I don't know why she would do that. But it was just nice of Kimberly and Jenny to meet up. Jenny came back from India 3 days prior. She was just like, being back in America just feels great, but it is a culture shock coming back because she's been in India for so long. And she said eating the food just got her stomach like all over the place right now and everything. But she was sad that Cement wasn't here. But Jenny is claiming that Cement changed his mind about not wanting to come to America. She's saying that he wants to come to America, but I don't necessarily believe that. So we'll see in the later parts of the tell-all if that's true or not. So yeah, Jenny and Kimberly met up. Next is Bilal and Shida and Yara. Shida and Yara met up and went out, and they just had a nice little conversation. And Yara is just, like, Shida is still like saying the things that Bilal promised her in America and stuff. And Yara is just like, he basically makes them mad. I mean, I'm not reading too much into Yara and Shida's scene. Yeah, I'm not gonna read too much into it right now. Next up is Big Ed and Liz. Apparently Big Ed and Liz broke up again, but they're broke up, but they're not together, but they are together. It's kind of weird. So Big Ed and Liz, they are not living together. I guess Ed kicked Liz out, and she finally found her own place, and she's living at her own spot, and she sees Ed every other day. She like stays the night at Ed's house every other day, and both of them are claiming that's working, and I'm just like, I don't know. You can take it or leave it, whatever floats your boat. But just Ed and Liz, this is like the 10th time they broke up, literally. And it's just like, how much longer can Liz put up with Ed's nonsense? I feel like, and I don't know what's wrong with her, but she needs to see past like what's he really doing to her, because he's really not nice to her and everything. So yeah, we'll see how that goes when we get to the actual part of the tell-all. I'll get to that in a minute and see how that continues. Then there was Jovi and Andre. Jovi and Andre met up for drinks and stuff. Bad idea, because Jovi was an alcoholic. Andre has anger problems, so this ain't gonna go well. I didn't think it will go well. So they started out talking. It started off okay. Just talk about, okay, where's your wife? Elizabeth stayed back because was still pregnant at the time of the filming of the tell-all. So she stayed back home, and it's gonna be on video call during the tell-all. And Andre came to New York. Well, Andre and Jovi went out for drinks, and again, it started off well, but then Andre had mentioned, like, he was talking about him being possibly deported, and Jovi was like, well, and do you think that you're actually the problem? And Andre was like, do I look like I have a problem? And then Andre started taking jabs back at Jovi, saying, well, you need to stop taking your wife to the strip club and stuff. No Eastern European woman's going to put up with that and everything. And Jovi's like, well, you fight with everybody in her family. You're trying to put Elizabeth against her family and stuff. So they were just going back and forth. And then Jovi ended up just storming off. And Andre was like, Jovi's a typical American. He talks a lot and then doesn't want to back it up and storms away. And this little pre stuff leading up to the tell-all, it's just already got me exhausted. I'm exhausted, and I knew when the cast members were mentioned for this season that the tell-all was going to be crazy. Because, like, again, look at these couples. We had Elizabeth and Andre, Big Ed and Liz, Angela and Michael, Jenny and Sumit, Kimberly and Usman, Bilal and Shida, and Jovi and Yara. Like, I knew from the get-go when these couples were mentioned that this tell-all was going to be the craziest tell-all, because you got all these strong personalities, strong opinionated people all in one room and stuff and everything. So it's just going to be like everybody, it just looked like in this episode that everybody was just coming to fight, really. Everybody's just coming to fight and stuff, like, meeting up to fight, worried about Angela and stuff. So, yeah. So, Shida had mentioned prior that she crossed paths with Angela. Her and Bilal crossed paths with Angela in the elevator, and apparently Angela said that Bilal looked really good, and Shida was like, I gotta watch Bilal around Angela because I know she likes the black men and stuff. So I'm just like, oh boy. So we get to the tell-all, the actual day of the tell-all. Big Ed comes in. Big Ed and Kimberly come in. They're also both from San Diego. Wonder why they haven't met up. And then along came Jovi. Ed calls Jovi Usman, which was funny. And then they started talking about, when he got in, they started talking about Bilal and what Bilal did to Shida back on 90 Day Fiancé when he pranked her to the house and with that van and stuff. Jovi thought that was wrong of Bilal. Ed thought it was great of Bilal and everything, because Ed thinks that Shida's a gold digger. I don't think so. So then when Bilal came, Jovi was like, Ed's your biggest fan and everything. And then Yara came, and Andre came in. They talked about what happened with Andre and Jovi the night before, and then Yara and Andre got into it because I guess Andre Jovi had invited Andre to the strip club, and they didn't show that during their scene. They showed it in the break room, in the green room, leading up to the tell-all. And then Yara, I guess Andre had called Yara a gold digger as well. And Yara was like, "Excuse me, I own like 2 businesses in this country. I make my own money now. That's just a stereotype and everything." And Andre's defense was, like, people like you and me are here for the right reasons, but not everybody's here for the right reasons and stuff. So it was just whatever. They let that go. And then they went out to the stage to get ready for the tell-all. Host Sean Robinson comes out, and I love Sean Robinson. She is the best host of this show. All the other YouTubers out there can't stand her. She's very successful. Look up her credentials. She is awesome. I don't know why the other YouTubers don't like her. Maybe because they're not her. Maybe jealous. But I love Sean, and she carries herself with class. So everybody gets sit and plays. Now we get into the juicy stuff. Angela comes in. She comes in, she makes her grand entrance like she always says. She's the last one to come in. She says hi to Sean and everything. Then she goes up to Big Ed. She's like, "What's up, Ed?" Gives him a pound. And she shakes hands with Liz. And next thing you know, she's flipping off Usman's camera. She's like, "Hey, Michael, look who's there. F him and stuff. Like, this is not going to be good." Then Kimberly says, "I'm not in it. Keep me out of it." Angela says, "I hope not, Kim. I have nothing against you. But him, yeah." And then Usman says, calls her a pig, says it's not going to be good. "You stupid A." Like, they were just name dropping, and then Angela just says, "Shut the F up," and everything just starts screaming. Then Yara's like, "Angela, sit down and respect us, please." And Angela flips out on Yara. She's like, "Yara, shut up. You don't know what I've been through," and gets up in Yara's face and everything and called her a B, the B word and stuff. And Yara's like, I don't care, sit down, I don't care." Now, that part right there, Angela was fully in the wrong. But something, since I'm not a fan of Yara, and and everything. Part of me, even though Angela was wrong, I was actually kind of, I'm going to be wrong for this, so don't come at me. I was actually kind of glad that, somebody kind of got smart got in Yara's face, and, because Yara just, she talks a lot of game and expects nothing back to happen. But then you get somebody like Angela, who will tell you to shut up and everything. And I was just like, even though Angela was in the full run on that and everything, I kind of like seeing Yara get put in her place a little bit and stuff. So then after that, Angela storms off the set and goes outside and meets up with her friend Jen. So get in the car, and her friend Jen was like, "You got your slippers on." She's like, "I don't care, get in the car." So then we're still in the studio. Kimberly is upset that just happened. Say Angela was not very ladylike and everything. Then Usman and Michael start yelling at each other. Michael was like, "Usman, respect my wife." And Usman was like, "Bro, this woman's gonna kill you in your young age and everything." So they're going back and forth. So then Michael leaves and calls Angela, says, "I'm not staying up there with that guy. If you're not there, I'm not gonna be there. And I'm not gonna be there with that guy," and stuff. So, Sean was just like, "Okay, guys, the show hasn't even started. We got to get started with the tell-all." So we get started with the tell-all. They started with Big Ed and Liz. And Ed and Liz, like I said earlier in the video, they broke up. They're living separately right now and everything. And they're just, typical Big Ed and Liz drama. And we left on a cliffhanger. They brought out Rose. So apparently they caught Ed on a Asian dating site, and apparently Liz and her mom made a fake profile and found one of Ed's profiles up there. It was on an Asian dating site. And Sean asked Ed, "Have you spoken to Rose lately?" And Ed was like, "I don't know, I don't remember." And Liz was like, "How do you not remember?" And he was like, "I might have, it's been a while." Well, they brought Rose out. Remember Rose from Before the 90 Days, season 4? She was so sweet. So they brought Rose out. She says, "Hi Liz, hi Ed," and everything. And this was the first time Liz and Rose were meeting each other. And Liz asked Rose, "Has Ed spoken to you in the last like couple months?" And Rose said yes. And that's where we left off. So yeah, that was part 1 of this 4-part tell-all. Like I said, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted just seeing all that over the place. I'm already tired. I'm already over the fighting. It was funny at first, but I'm just over the fighting. You know, it's just only going to get worse. You know, in the next episode, apparently Andre and Ed are going to get into it. Jovi and Ed are going to get into it and everything. You know, it doesn't look like Kimberly and Angela are going to get into it. Like, they're going to be talking and be together, but again, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. And I knew this was going to be like this during this tell-all when, like I said earlier in the video, when this cast was first announced for Happily Ever After season 7, all I could think of was not even the season itself. I just could think of, this is going to be one hell of a tell-all. And I'm right. And they decided to do a 4-part tell-all of it. So this is like really 8 hours. 8 hours of shown tell-all that we're going to be watching and stuff. Like, it's really good TV. It's really good TV. Like, Happily Ever After really puts up the ratings because of this drama. You know, but again, like I said before, I like seeing the love. You know, when you're younger, you want to see people fighting. You want to see on TV all this dramatic stuff on TV and stuff and all the fights. But when you get a certain age and get older, you know, with the world we're living in right now, we just need more love. And this is really supposed to be a dating show, a love show. Where's the love? You know, so if everybody fighting with each other really is none of everybody else's business what everybody else is going through. You know, I like the interactions of the tell-all to see like some similarities and stuff, but don't meet up at the tell-all just to fight the other cast members when you get your own relationships to work on. You know, come on now. Again, it makes good TV, but still. That's just my opinion. But certain things were funny. I like Angela. You know, Angela is just Angela. I mean, nothing she does surprises me anymore. You know, and so I do. You know, I don't agree with how she does things, but it's just Angela. It wouldn't be 90 Day Fiancé without Angela. But again, I think somebody said that off camera, outside the stage, Angela is a really nice, cool person. And so I do think Angela puts on that act for the television. But yeah. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back on Wednesday to Thursday to do Married at First Sight. Married at First Sight, we just kicked off Nashville. The first episode is on Wednesday, so I'll be doing a recap on Thursday for Married at First Sight. So thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys then.